Folks, it is May 29th, Thursday, and Guild Wars 2 has just published the quality of life improvements in Janthier Wild's Absolution. I just took a peek through here. I am so excited. I wanted to talk about this. I know I literally just put out a video on like Tuesday talking about some of these things, but we've got more details and this is just too exciting. So we've got a blog post from Gerard Ledahir, game designer at ArenaNet, and there are tons of quality of life improvements, insane amounts of quality of life improvements. I'm so excited for like all of this, literally all of this. Okay, so we already talked about the Wizard's Portal Tome. It is going to, when Absolution releases on June 3rd, you can visit the Astral Ward Medic Myrna in either Blood Coast Ward in Lion's Arch or in the new map Bava Nisos to pick up a side story achievement, Work Hard for Now. Completing that is going to reward us with the Wizard's Portal Tome. What that does is it's going to track all of the teleportation devices that we've earned via the Teleportation Gizmos Collector achievement. And it's going to basically take up a bunch of the portal scrolls. Now, I did want to point out, and maybe I've got some hopium here. It says, we'll store many of the teleportation devices you've earned in game, condensing more than 30 items into a single inventory slot. Now, I didn't go count the teleportation scrolls or anything. If this could also carry like the World Boss and Maguma teleportation devices that you buy in the gem store and like the party invitation and stuff like that, that would be insane. Either way, even without that, this is fantastic. I have like 5 or 6 inventory slots right now taken up by these things because I have the tomes, but the tomes don't stack. And then a couple of the more recent ones, they don't stack up at all because it's just like teleport to Arborstone, teleport to the Wizard's Tower, you know, and we don't even have one for Janthier yet. We have the Homestead, which is like 2 loading screens. I wish we had one that was 1, but whatever. So that's super exciting. Don't miss out on doing that if you want to free up some inventory space. Now, we also have, and I was wrong on my prediction about this. When I read it, I don't know if I missed the context or if there just wasn't enough context, but we basically are getting that, but for Gobblers as well. So the Gobblers, the Wizard's Gobbler is going to allow us to access multiple exchange items without having to fumble around with them individually. So it's going to track over 20 exchangers and gobblers. So like your Zai Taffy Gobbler, your Candy Corn, I think there's a Candy Corn Gobbler, pretty sure. Candy Corn Gobbler, Gleam of Sentience, all of that should all, based on this, just be sucked up into there. So visiting Lion's Arch will update your progress if you have them in your inventory, have completed the respective achievement, or have met other conditions. This will determine which options you can access when using the Wizard's Gobbler. All Guild Wars 2 players, all of you can access the Wizard's Gobbler by heading to Hooligan's Route in Lion's Arch and purchasing it from the char vendor Gar Leadclaw. Fantastic. Love that. Now, this is amazing. This is like the best thing ever right here. I keep saying that. They're all the best thing ever. I'm just stoked about this. Rift Essence converting to wallet currency. An entire tab of my bank is going to be freed up. I don't think you understand. I have like over 2 stacks of Rift Essence chests, I think, from doing Rift completions that I have not opened just because I didn't want more space taken up. This is huge. So all of the Rift Essence can be converted into wallet currency starting June 3rd. We can convert it ourselves, or we can go to the Rift Research Atom at the Moon Camp Covert in Lowland Shore. That's the first waypoint in Lowland Shore that you get to, or the Rift Hunter Lounge in the Wizard's Tower. He's going to be able to mass convert all of our essence into a wallet currency for free. So I'm probably going to load up June 3rd and just go do all of that immediately. All of the recipes, vendor costs, and rewards of Rift Essence will all be updated to reflect this change. So that sounds like to me, it's not even going to be a conversion in the future. It's just going to go into the wallet. Thank God. Thank God. I've been so tired of Rift Essence. I love the armor. I love everything that Rift Essence has helped unlock for us, but I hate the process of having Rift Essence, if that makes sense. Also, we are getting easier acquisition of research notes. I'm curious what this is going to look like, but it sounds exciting. So, all crafting disciplines are going to have access to a new crafting recipe called peer-reviewed research. This item does not have a crafting requirement, so even novices can make it. A crafting rating requirement, so even novices can make it. And when it's crafted, it grants 150 research notes. I'm really curious what the items are going to be to make it, how expensive they're going to be, because there is a world where this is an easier, faster way to get research notes than, say, purchasing massive amounts of potions of spawning or slaying or whatever and converting stack after stack, but not a cheaper one. So it could be a streamlined process for those of us who need tons of them right now and don't want to waste like 20 minutes doing it. Or it could just be cheaper and faster, which would be amazing, because the amount of things that are taking research notes is starting to stack up. They don't seem like they're going away anytime soon. So thinking about this, moving into the future, fantastic. Super happy. Did not expect that. Also, faction provisioner purchase limits. I can't believe this either. Purchase limits of provisioner tokens from faction provisioners in Central Tyria and Heart of Maguma, which is Heart of Thorns, from 1 purchase a day, so you don't have to do it daily anymore. It's going to be 7 purchases a week per tab. You can buy the same amount of items, but do it once instead of 7 times a week. That's so huge for streamlining like a daily process. Just do it once. So much faster, so much easier. Love it, love it, love it. What a great idea. I don't know who had that idea. I don't know who out there is responsible for it, but great job. You deserve a promotion. Or if they got it from a player, you deserve like, I don't know, 450 gems or something. And then we have the Commander's Choice chest improvements. I didn't even read through this, so I'm going to read through it here. So during your adventures, you might have accumulated a surplus of Hero's Choice chests. When you finally decide which item to select from them, you were faced with a difficult choice. You could open them one at a time through a time-consuming series of clicks, or you could use a bulk exchange vendor but lose out on some of the valuable loot inside. With the release of Absolution, you can trade Hero's Choice chests and Karma to the respective exchange vendors in Dragon's Stand, Eye of the North, Arborstone, the Wizard's Tower, or Lowland Shore. You'll then receive the guaranteed item in addition to a new Commander's Choice chest, which allows bulk selection of your choice items. This functions like the Jan Theory Renown chests and Mistburn Renown chests. Okay, so, I mean, that's cool. I feel like the fact that it costs Karma especially sort of leaves this in a position of like, I'm sure it's going to help some section of the population, but it does that one doesn't sound that exciting to me. I mean, it's a great idea, but I personally like almost never run into this. The only time I ran into it recently was the End of Dragons one, and that was just because I decided to save them all. Typically, as soon as I finish event, I click the bouncy chests, I open up my choice chests, and I move on. So, I mean, I'm happy for those of you who read this and are like, that's amazing, it's about time. I also saw some comments in a recent video that like some of you guys have like 11 million bajillion karma. So like, who cares, right? But yeah, so cool. And then we all know we've got the decoration cap on the Homestead increasing from 1,000 to 2,000 next week. Def Lahar selling 1,500 decoration limit increase, and players training up the Grandmaster Handiworking crafting tier for another 500. I'm assuming that is going to be in the mastery tree for this next update, just like the rest of them. Def Lahar will also have new home instance nodes in his inventory, allowing players to purchase new gathering nodes for their homesteads or home instances. I'm assuming that's probably going to be new materials available only in Baba Nisos, but we'll see about that. So this was a fantastic blog post. This is so many great quality of life updates. Some of them long overdue that I know I've been waiting for and love. Some of these just great ideas that I hadn't even thought of. Like, I never thought about the, faction provision or purchase limit change. That's incredible. I love that. Also, the difference in the Gobbler compared to what I was thinking versus being another Gobbler, but rather it's just a collector for Gobblers. Huge, huge. I'm super excited for Absolution to come out. I can't wait to dive into it and see what videos I can come up with for you guys. And I also have another surprise video coming very soon as a thank you for 3,000 subscribers. I'm very much looking forward to that one as well. Until next time, take it easy, folks.